Hey, what's up guys, this is the FPS here, and today I'm going to be going over the recent update we got in LEGO Fortnite this past Friday. Now this is a quality of life update. I'm not sure when the next big content update is coming, but we've still got some really nice changes here. So I'm just going to read through the list of changes that LEGO Fortnite put out, and I'll stop and elaborate on some of my favorite ones. And remember, if you like videos like these, make sure you like and subscribe. Now let's get into it. Okay, so let's start with improvements and quality of life changes. Now the first change we've got is new village chest feature. You can use resources from chests marked as village chests when crafting from anywhere in your village. Now this is one of the ones that I'm going to elaborate on right off the jump. This is a great change. So now whenever you're in your village and you're using your crafting bench or any of your other workstations, anything that's in a chest and actually within your village like perimeter, you don't have to have it in your inventory anymore. You just go up to those stations and make whatever you want without having to run around and pick up the right materials or hoping that you didn't forget anything if you have chests that are like poorly organized. So I really like this one. And the second change we have, another one that I would like to elaborate on, is they've added stronger launch pads and the new launch pad POIs, which is place of interest, that players can discover to hop, skip, and jump around the island. Now these launch pads are great. I don't remember just how high up you could go before this update, but now if you put it on level 3, which there's 3 levels, that's the max, you go extremely high whenever you jump off the launch pad. And they place them all around your worlds like this, so you see one here, and then if you jump all the way up, you can glide and you'll see another one there, and you can just kind of keep going like that. So it's a really neat feature. Now the third change, they've increased the number of battle bus stations in the world. This one, I'm glad that they increased more. Like I could definitely use more, but I don't think they mentioned it anywhere. They actually made the battle bus stations a lot easier to see. So just look at how bright this is whenever you're flying across your land and you see that little bright light right there. That's super bright, and it's even more bright at night. So that was a very, very good change. Okay, next we've got Rift Butterflies no longer lead you into combat. Recipes can now be tracked from the crafting menu. Raven is now better at reaching players who try to make themselves hard to attack in melee and teleports near them. The world villager limit has been increased. Updated the rune forge to reduce the probability of seeing runes already on a weapon and runes which were previously listed before a new role. So that would be like if you were to try and get destruction on your crossbow and lifesteal keeps popping up and you re-roll like 10 times and you get lifesteal a bunch but never destruction, that should go way down. That shouldn't happen as much anymore. It'll probably still happen a couple of times, but it should be way less often. We've got wheel tuning for small, medium, and large powered wheels to improve vehicle handling, speed, and weight. Improved speeder vehicle handling to make it more stable. All enemies now use the Odyssey update melee weapons. Tracking was added to some items at stations, the rest is in progress. Added tracking to the build menu, except guided builds, which is in progress. Storm buds have been improved visually to stand out more. They've tuned daily quests, and they've improved the journal, codex system, and certain quests by simplifying them and fixing minor issues. Okay, so that is everything as far as the quality of life updates. Now here are some bug fixes. Crystals are now currently spawning in storm dungeons. Items required for upgrading the village square are now spent accordingly. Players' movement functionality is restored when equipping the musket. They resolved an issue where players would fall through specific caves on the Star Wars island. Fixed an issue where the grass was missing in some landscapes. Mobile players can deposit resources correctly in a sandbox mode. Players can now switch tabs using a controller in a storage chest. Players are now able to deposit a selected amount of resources. Mine Skeleton Chopper is spawning correctly. Resolved an issue where the pin icon wouldn't refresh. Call Ruckus should now give the players the Eye of the Storm correctly. Resolved an issue where more resources were showing than the players were harvesting. Blasters are now taking damage. Players can see and enter the treasure room without any issues. Resolved an issue where the aim dot disappears on the mobile after dying and respawning. Buttons for chat and journal are now correctly displaying and working. Resolved an issue where players did not receive rewards from the empirical bunker. Resources are now appropriately tracked with pinned recipes. Recipes will become untracked when the item is built. Resolved an issue where players may lose access to the crafting resources. The X button does not overlap the sorting button anymore. Resolved an issue where dynamite and boom barrels would launch large buildings into the air when detonated. Sand and snow farming plots now provide awesome points. Vehicle sloped and half-sloped base parts are returning materials equal to their construction recipe accordingly. Resolved an issue with the musical railing corner number 2 building part not returning materials equal to its construction recipe. The bus stations are now showing under the appropriate category in the build menu. The Rebel Workbench button doesn't appear grayed out anymore. Shortened how long solo players needed to wait at a bus station before entering the battle bus. Resolved an issue where a piece in the Lonely Lodge build was indestructible. And resolved an issue where Raven would drop loot on despawn. So those are all the changes that came in the update. What is this update? V33.30. That just came out Friday. And yeah, so we got some good stuff there. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and I can make more videos like this. But that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Peace.